Keep it going for Manny, everybody. You remind me of like a cross between Sam Kinison and Link from Zelda.
Yes! That's a new one.
That's what I saw. Your last comedian of the night. To close out. Oh wait, yeah. When he brought up Big Black Women, he was live.
Yeah.
I agree.
I knew it, yeah.
But only like
Grand Basin Comedy Night. It's 2 nods. Your last comedian on the open mic coming on the stage right now. Get up the very funny Greg! Didn't plan on opening with this, but follow the theme here. Just your man's hand. Every time I shake somebody's hand, I can't help but think it's the one they used to wipe. Enjoy your meal?
Yeah!
Yes. Anyway, it's really great to be here. It's a really special night for me. It's the 1-year anniversary since I gave up drinking. Coincidentally, it's the 10-month anniversary since I started again.
Yeah!
I find it difficult.
He's my favorite.
I kept getting so thirsty. You know, they say AA helps a lot of people quit drinking, and I really have a problem with their methodology. You think that if you want to stay sober, the very last thing you should do is hang around with a bunch of alcoholics. I don't know. Yeah, quitting was difficult for me because I didn't like giving up the drinking games. You know those, right? Yeah. My favorite is golf.
Yeah.
Last time I played a shot of .08. No. Alcohol and golf are just, two things that go great together. I mean, there's nothing like taking, slamming back, a shot on the rocks, grabbing your driver, and then, whacking the shit out of your ball. I just think they should put up signs if that's not allowed in the clubhouse.
You fucking did good. Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
That reminds me of one of my grandmother's favorite sayings. It's always better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. My grandma really had a knack for giving good advice. And I think that's what made her really popular in Cell Block C. Cell Block. So I've been having some problems with my back lately. And a friend of mine convinced me to go see a chiropractor. Even though I knew it wouldn't help, I stand corrected.
Yeah!
That hurt me too. So I recently took up bird watching. And you know what I love about birds? They're so damn tasty. You might have heard of this. It's not even the end of the year yet, and scientists just announced that 2012 was the best year on record for the number of species discovered in my refrigerator.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I just learned today that my employer is downsizing, and I went and talked to my manager, and he said, "Don't worry, your job will still be there in Karachi." In Karachi. So anybody here ever been sued? Anybody?
Doing some crowd work. Yeah.
Last year I got sued by one of my clients. And I have to tell you, it really puts a strain on the business relationship. So I had to get an attorney, $325 an hour. At our first meeting, she asked me, "You want some water?" And I'm like, "Sure." So she goes off, comes back 5 minutes later with a bottle of water that I realized just cost me $25. I don't know, it's really expensive, but it was really educational as well. Yeah, I learned that some people, when they get on the witness stand, they will say anything to try to save their ass. And the amazing thing is, they believe me. I also learned I could never be a judge. For one thing, there's always cops in the courtroom, and cops make me nervous, especially when I'm stoned. Also learned you're not supposed to be in the jury pool. So you guys may not know this, but UPS once explored the idea of delivering babies. The focus groups, however, didn't like the bubble wrap. Thank you back there, I love it. So, at some point in your life, you have to get to Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah.
They have the most awesome days. Enjoy your meal.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah, I used to tell people when their shoelaces were untied, and then I realized I'd rather watch them trip. That's mean spirited, come on. Don't you just hate it when you run into people on the street and they remind you that you have high blood pressure? I don't know, people are so self-absorbed these days. And it's all about me. Now, just the other day, I'm pushing this old lady out of my way, and as soon as she hits the pavement, she starts screaming about a broken hip. Look, lady, I got my own problems. So anyway, there's some real crazy stuff. This is my last joke here. Driving into town the other day, and this guy comes up from behind, starts riding my ass. He's flashing his lights, he's blasting his horn. After a few miles, I had enough. So I pulled over, and I let that ambulance pass. Assholes. Anyway, thank you very much. My name is Greg Campbell. It's been great.
yeah.
Keep going for Greg Campbell, everybody.